Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. My name is Atika binti Asmi. For the introduction, to understand farm animal perception and response to environmental stimuli, number one is behavior. The regarding of the oversight, the response are reflected in the functional change of the membrane, which is known to the cause of emotional behaviors. Example, if you see animal looks very aggressive, that means the animal show the negative response. The second one is influencer of the stress. In addition to the interest in the behavior, stress has been a larger area of the concern in the study of farm animals. Behavior is often a good index by which is to know whether the animal have become stressed or not. For example, we take example from the cow. Each cow has a own personal space, which refer to the area around the cow. If other animal or human take their own private space, the cow will be react by the moving away from it or showing aggressive behaviors. The last one is the sensing and the recognition ability. That means learning and the memory process in the brain cause the animals to quickly recognize or remember the meaning of the stimuli.
Now, let's look sensation topic. What is sensation? The sensation is the activation of sensory receptor cells that detect signals from the outside environment and communicates them to the body via the nervous system. Perception is the central processing of sensory stimuli into a meaningful pattern. The receptor cell is called a neuron that detects sensation.
Next, the olfactory system. The olfactory system subserves the sense of smell. In humans, it plays an integral role in daily life, for example, by imparting much of the richness in the flavor of food. Meanwhile, in animals, the olfactory system is of critical importance to immediate survival in tasks such as food selection and predator identification. But it also impacts significantly on social interaction, reproductive function, and many other aspects of behavior. The olfactory system can be divided into two main components. Firstly, the main olfactory system, which consists of the main olfactory epithelium in the nasal cavity, where the transduction of volatile odor occur. And secondly, the accessory of olfactory system comprise of the vomeronasal organ, where the transduction of non-volatile pheromones occur.
Taste condition taste aversion. This condition taste aversion is used for training cattle in the field to not eat toxic grass. Condition taste aversion is a learned association between the taste of a particular food and illness, such that the food is considered to be the cause of the illness. Second, the conditional taste aversion has been done in sheep. The taste aversion learning and memory is retained for a long time, so the taste aversion learning thus occurs even when the cue and the aversive experience are separate for many hours.
Hi, this is a vision part. Vision is an ability to see something using our own eyes. Same goes for ruminant animals. Although the function of their eyes may be not the same as human, but they can use their senses well. This is the example of ruminant animal called red Holstein bull. Usually, bull could identify a white center as small as 1 centimeter of a black disc using their eyes, but the vision acuity of the bull decreases with aging. To support this point, the sheep and the younger cattle have the higher value of vision acuity than bulls. This is the diagram, an example on how the bull examines the white center. Next, we go to the sheep and goat. Let's focus on their horn. The horn of sheep and goats are the most important part of them because it is closely related to the brain and also vision. Why? From their eyes, the brain will stimulate the visual and continue with the result of the image.
Hearing. The auditory nerve runs from the cochlea to a station in the brainstem known as nucleus. From that station, neural impulses travel to the brain that enable animal to perceive the sensation of hearing as sound. In cattle and goat, the hearing modality was examined by changing the position of the sound source.
Next, we are going to present about neuroendocrinological studies and stress-induced behavioral changes. Okay, first, amygdala as a focal region for medication of biological responses to stresses. It is play important role in the expression of autonomic neuroendocrinology and behavioral changes when animals resist stressful. Ablation or lesions of the amygdala complex blocks the responses induced by stresses, and that the central amygdala nuclei is a part of the neuronal circuit mediating anxiety. Lateral parts of the amygdala, which is lateral amygdala, is likely site of the plasticity underlying memory storage for fearful conditioning. So that is location of amygdala, which is near the hypothalamus. Next is autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system consists of sympathetic neurons and parasympathetic neurons. It is influenced by amygdala and hypothalamus. Heart rate, blood pressure, and hormone excretion from the adrenal glands are regulated by autonomic nervous system. Domestic animals can be grouped into the parasympathetic dominant and the sympathetic dominant animals. The regulatory mechanisms of the heartbeat by nuclei of amygdala and hypothalamus may differ in the sympathetic dominant. The reciprocal neuronal innervations of the autonomic nervous system can be known from the analysis of changes in the rhythm of heartbeat of blood.
Central regulation and stress-induced behavior. Corticotropin (CRS) is a hormone that iterating the stress response in the central nervous system. Intraocular IHCV injection of CRS increases the locomotor activity, anxiety behaviors, vocalization, and reducing food intake. Effect of CRS on behaviors: walking, standing, licking, and rooting. Decrease the oral nasal stereotypic behaviors: root and lick. Go to atriopituitary, go to adrenal glands, and last go to metabolic effect.
Hi guys, today I want to talk about animal stereothesis approach in the brain of farm animal. Okay, let's go. Okay, as you can see, this is a simplest stereothesis apparatus used for the small animal like mouse or bird. So have a look before we going to next part of slide. Okay, after you see the apparatus, you may have question. What the function of stereothesis apparatus? Okay, the stereothesis instrument and the brain atlas are required to analyze the regulatory role of a intercerebral nucleus in some systematic regulation. But according to the CITO 2001, the instrument for the large animal has not been established, but a prototype of the instrument for the cattle was recently developed. This is because skull structure and the size of brain differ largely among animals. Therefore, the instrument has been designed and made for each targeted animal. For the middle and the large scale animal, only a few instruments were supplied. Okay, if the recording device and the system are developed, so the user's stereothesis instrument with the brain may assist in the detection of targeted neural cells during receipt of sensory stimuli in a freely moving farms.
Conclusion, we can conclude in this video is a little information is released on the behavioral change caused by the sensory stimuli in the farm animals. Overall, The analysis of a neural response in the animals give us a data on how they are recognize change in the management and the condition. For the behavioral output are thought to depend on the environment. However, animal may in a different manner after taking the some modality of the sensory inputs when the environment differ around them. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.